Welcome to the Magic the Blabbering podcast. I'm your host, Nick, with Josh, and we're getting ready to get into some Magic the Gathering Foundations news, spoilers, and Maro's teaser for this week.
Yep. So every set he does a teaser where he breaks down some of the stuff in the set and kind of gives like very vague clues and hints as to what's going to be in the set. So we're just going to go through that whole thing and kind of talk about it, give our guesses. Why don't you
Yeah.
start us off with his spoiler list and go through. We'll just start at the top and
Yeah. We have a whole bunch of teasers from Maro. He made us a huge list that we have to go through regarding every little nuance that he wants to share with us so we can divine the future
so he can
and
try to trick
speculate to our
us.
heart's content. Yep. And and it's a little bit of exciting things because you're like, wow, what would this be? What's the future?
Yeah.
And these are also, I mean, this is a core set. These are kind of emblematic of what they think the shape of Magic should be for a long time coming.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, because this is going to shape Pioneer too. Because if we
yeah,
get stuff that hasn't been reprinted in a while, I mean, these are going into Standard, so they're going into Pioneer too. So it
yeah,
affects multiple formats, not just Standard. So
yeah. So, I mean, it's that perfect standard gateway where it's just standard comes in, everybody gets a piece.
hmm
How good it's going to be, I guess, is
yeah.
capped. But
I mean,
yeah, everyone gets off.
Modern's really got all the pieces. I mean, they're going
Yeah.
to get a few new things, but Pioneer, I think, is really the main benefactor of the set besides Standard. So
Yeah, if I played more of that format, I would know kind of how much this matters. Like, how much does it matter to have some of these effects? Was Land of War Elves in that format? I don't think it
I don't believe
was,
so.
maybe. It was in
No,
Dominaria, so I don't know. Is that in Pioneer?
I don't
I don't know
know.
the range of Pioneer. So maybe that's a card that I could see mattering, maybe. But
Yeah,
maybe Day of Judgment. That's been a long time, I feel like, since that card's been in Standard.
that was what Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was in. Oh, it's been a lot of stuff. It was an original Zendikar
Okay.
in 2012. And then I think all these other reprints were in like special silly
Yeah.
nonsense. So so it's been since Magic 2012 that we've seen Day of Judgment. So happy to welcome him back. Even though I think Wrath of the God still somehow to this day persists to be a more iconic card with the
Yeah.
regenerate clause. And I honestly almost, when we talk about picking the iconic first, I'm almost like, just keep putting it in there. Just
Yeah.
go Wrath of God because people read that text like, can't be regenerated. They're going, what does that even mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
Magic at the same time just printed a Wolverine that is in everyone's face that has regenerate. So they're like, oh,
Yeah.
at least right at this moment in time, if you were like Wrath of God, everyone's like, wow, they're really trying to stop Wolverine.
Wolverine.
but
Well, let's
but
get it. Let's get into this teaser. I really love
yeah,
the teasers. So
yeah. So you want me to just go one at a
yeah.
time?
Let's just start at the top of the list and go down.
All right. First up, we've got the five iconic creatures each show up on multiple cards. So I'm ready. You got some speculative ideas of what the five iconic creatures are?
I think we know this already. It's white is angels, blue is um
Sphinxes?
no
Sphinx?
drakes. Uh,
Oh, you mean like their iconic creature types? I know that one. It's hydras for green,
yep,
angels for
white.
well, so there's a big one and a small one. So the big ones are sphinxes, hydras, angels, demons, dragons.
Yeah,
That's the big ones. And then the little ones, it was like vampire zombies. So I'm guessing it's vampires now. And I guess it was cats now for white. I'm not sure. I'm guessing on the small ones. And then elves, goblins, and what am I missing? Blue? Not
merfolk.
merfolk? Vidalkins?
Uh,
Anyway, I'm guessing they mean the big creatures, is my guess. So that first list of five. What do you think?
I'm pulling it up on my phone here. So
Okay. Yeah, my guess, I'm thinking Shivan Dragon. I'm thinking Sarah Angel. Uh, It would be cool Monomoy Jin, but I think the Jin has gone the way of the dinosaur. Or
Wh-
wait, that's backwards for Magic. Dinosaurs are in.
What about
It's gone to the past.
what about Baneslayer?
Baneslayer, ooh, I would love that. Baneslayer Angel is iconic. It's like the upgraded Sarah Angel. And I think it's old enough that I guess like people like me, it's like, oh, that's my Sarah Angel. So maybe it's Baneslayer in a bunch of arts. So if it's Baneslayer, that really makes Shivan Dragon less likely to be that iconic card in red. Um, five iconic creatures show up. What's the internet say? The internet have any ideas on the iconic?
Let's see.
I'm not seeing anything. I was guessing it would be Sarah Angel, Shivan Dragon, Llanowar Elves, maybe. It's another iconic black card. Creatures, specifically creatures. What's the most iconic black creature?
Send your vampire.
I guess. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
iconic.
I
He's got the
know.
name, but yeah, who is the most iconic black creature?
So yeah,
Man.
I would say if we're going iconic creatures from like Magic's history, we'll go Sarah Angel. Um, yeah, I don't.
Llanowar Elves.
Well, I don't.
Llanowar Elves.
Llanowar Elves, Shivan Dragon,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I don't know.
Blue and black are a little bit more. I would buy Send Your Vampire. He's been in.
Yeah,
He's been the guy.
Hypnotic Spectre.
Hypnotic Spectre, Lord of the
Uh,
Pit, even some of the time
yeah,
has been
yeah.
pushed forward. I guess
Yeah, blue
is
is
it
just.
worth. Yeah,
I think blue just has to be a merfolk.
yeah. Maybe it's Lord of
Yeah,
Atlantis.
Lord of Atlantis, I think.
So I guess we could break this down into a few options. So we have like oldest idea, middleist idea, newest idea. So like old alpha cards, that's those,
Yeah.
right? We hit that list. So if we upgrade those cards, I don't think you upgrade Llanowar Elf, it's just birds.
Oh
Birds
yeah,
is
yeah. It
also
could be
probably on that
birds.
same
Yeah,
list.
birds. I think birds could even go in the old list and Llanowar go in the new one. I mean, I think
Yeah.
those two are pretty interchangeable as far as green iconic creatures.
Yeah, I could
Um,
see that. And then
yeah,
if we upgraded Bane's to Baneslayer
yeah,
from Sarah Angel, I could
yeah.
see that. But I don't know about an analog for Shivan Dragon that really pops off the page. Like you're not going to do Lathlis. I don't think you're going to do Dracu Seth. I can't think of a red dragon that really hits that niche or a red creature. Like what is it going to be? Kiki Jiki? I mean, it doesn't seem like we're locked to any particular plane so
Got
far.
Goblin Guide.
That's
I
an
mean,
iconic. That's a very iconic
yeah,
card.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Icon. Okay, so we got Goblin Guide, so our Goblin representation. All right. Um, what else do we have?
So,
Man, I'm not creative today.
yes, blue is just really. I don't play a lot of blues
Well, blue just is like star. Blue and black are very starved for creatures a
because you
lot of
got
the time.
that what the Master of Waves card, right? That's blue, blue
Yeah,
Merfolk. So yeah.
yeah, I could see that. Some illusion. Oh,
Oh
Morphling. Oh, that
yeah.
would be so cool, but
Oh
it doesn't really
yeah.
work nowadays. That would be sick. They really, I don't know, maybe is that card reserve list? I don't think so. That's a card I haven't seen in a while that I really like. Like, I love the art. It would be a sweet card to reprint.
Yeah. Was it, there was a version of Morphling in Time Spiral Brock, right?
Oh, it is reserved list. Um, yeah, in Time Spiral, there was Torchling, then there was
That's what it was.
Thornling,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
later on they made Aetherling, which was great. I just wish they'd make a new art for that card. That card's still awesome. I didn't realize it was part of the reserve list. That's why. It was too good. Too good. I think that was the old iconic blue creature, though, was Morphling.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
that's our guesses on the five iconic creatures that show
yeah.
up on multiple cards.
All right, so this is why I said Kiki Jiki. So the next line is two monocolor reprints, each a different color, that win the game together. So hopefully it's not Kiki Jiki Pestermite.
Is it
A
you
little
think
too easy.
so? Is it Splinter Twin? Is Demonic Consultation getting a reprint?
It's also- Demonic consultation.
Or wait, what's the?
Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah. Wait, it's
I'm thinking
not.
it's something soft. I think it's like Sanguine Bond, Exquisite Blood. You
Yeah,
know,
there's also the um, Harmless Offering. What's the card?
Illusions of Grandeur, or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Demonic Pact, the Liliana one.
Demonic Pact. Yeah, Harmless
Yeah,
Offering. Yeah,
yeah, the one that's like
I
blues.
don't think they have the balls to reprint like Splinter Twin or Pestermite or anything like that. Yeah, I
No,
think
I think that
it's
would be not to lock it in for 5 years.
no. Oh yeah, no, no way.
Could you
So,
imagine? Could you imagine? They're just like 5 years standard Splinter Twin. They
well,
did it in modern. It was good in modern for a long time. So,
wasn't the so there was Sahili's combo right with the cat,
oh
but
god,
she's multicolored, right? She's is
she's red blue.
red
Yeah,
blue, yeah. So I mean,
yeah. It's Sicilian.
there is still the cat that does that the crazy stuff, and there's a lot of cats in this set. So
It would be on theme. It would be on, and Sahili's a good planeswalker. I mean, I could
yeah,
see
but
that.
he
Well,
said
no, it said mono. It
he
said
said
monocolored.
monocolored, yeah. So
Monocolored, yeah. Well,
yeah,
there's other things that copy the cat. Maybe it is the
yeah,
cat in Kiki-Jiki
yeah,
instead of
maybe.
Pestermite. It's 9 mana, dude. It's totally fair on an X4 because Redkin is not allowed to stop you. Well, I guess you could stop Kiki-Jiki at least. So, that these are some fun. I mean, there's so many two-colored combos that it
Yeah.
could be. I don't think they would put one that's abhorrently like in your face, like get
No, it's
wrecked.
gonna be a really soft combo that yeah.
It's gonna be like these win you the game. Da-na. Was like, is it gonna be traumatized and like something
Oh
like
yeah, the one that mills half your library, or that doubles. So
yeah,
Bruvac and Traumatize or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
That would be on theme. That'd be flavor. So you
yeah,
can win on turn 5 if you have the combo and good time to reprint a mill guy that's kind of vanilla
yeah.
with a classic mill card if they really want people to like do that. I could see that. Actually, that's probably, if I had to guess, that's pretty soft, and I don't think anyone cares. It's like I died to mill again at F&M. I couldn't kill a 1/4.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
All right,
okay, I like that.
so the next one is some creature
Some creature,
tokens
yeah.
in this set. We have a white 1/1 white rabbit, a 2/1 blue ninja, a 3/3 green raccoon, a 4/4 red dragon, and a copy that's a nightmare.
Ooh, what a
So
nightmare.
I'm
I'm
guessing
yeah.
the 1/1 white rabbit is either like a reprint from Bloomborough or it's a new rabbit card, I think.
I would have to guess that these are expanding on things that people like, and because
Yeah.
of the need for commander, they're like just spanning it out. And actually, we have two Bloomber options. We have this and a Green Raccoon. Like
Mm-hmm.
lots of people were not super thrilled that the raccoons did not get fleshed out as hard. And this is a great time to make Bloomburrow creature types matter a lot more.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
I'd be excited to be that one run rabbit. Just they already made a lot of good ones. I just played on Moto the other day. A guy played a deck that was Phineas the rabbit
Uh huh.
and had like all the Bloomburrow cards. It wasn't like amazing, but it was all on theme. So they just need a little bit more gas to really do
Yeah.
it. And rabbits are cute and they multiply, so it's kind of like it's a more fun themed token than like here's a bunch of dudes, these guys with swords and stuff. So I'm kind of
So
into that.
4/4 red dragon token. That's I mean that's pretty very common, right?
Yeah, we have a million. That could be anything. That could be a Sarkon card. That could be
There's the one drop that makes is it 4/4 dragons or 5/5
oh, fine.
dragons?
He makes 5/5s.
Five
The
five. Yeah.
one from Zendikar. Yeah. No, I don't. That could be anything. It could be a Sarkon. It could be a new card that makes a token. It could be.
Or it could
That
be
could
a
be anything.
it could be a dragon, a 4/4 dragon that when he enters you make a 4/4 dragon like token.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like what is not Rorix? Karok's Bladewing. That'd
Yeah.
be a cool one. That'd be. I love that. I think that card's great. I
Yeah.
really like that card, but it doesn't say legendary. But that maybe okay. And then a raccoon. I don't know what's spitting out raccoons, but I'm into it. Maybe they're gonna make more of those enchantments that scale up. The talents.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see more of those.
Or
And that's what I think of when I see that.
like a trash can artifact that makes raccoon tokens or
Oh
something.
my goodness. Yeah, I mean, if we're going for a more whimsical take, this is kind of the place to be like, memes are alive.
I mean,
That would,
not to spoil this teaser a little bit, but there is a fishing pole card, so maybe
yes.
we'll get a trash can.
Yeah. I'm also happy to see the blue ninja. That really means Kamigawa was so good, and that's why we keep getting ninja seeded all over the place. They're really trying to seed in popular things, even if they don't really have a location. And putting ninjas in a 5-year thing just means Kamigawa might be closer than we think.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe there's a ninja archetype.
I wouldn't be mad.
No, I would
And
not be either.
then
That was fantastic.
so a copy that's a nightmare.
That just makes
Yeah,
me think of
it
Ashiok,
does. Yeah.
and that's all it makes me think of. So maybe Ashiok's an option. Maybe it's a Jace Ashiok crossover because he
Oh
impostered
yeah,
as
yeah.
him. So that's all I'm really getting from that. Nightmare is a cool creature type. I don't know if that's something from that could be a Dominaria thing because they have nightmares on Otaria. That could be, and they spread it out in the Dominaria main set. That could also be an Ikoria thing because Ikoria had nightmares as one of its main black tribe, I believe. So that could be a lot of things, but Ashiok definitely
Yeah.
rings the bell for me. Okay, next one up. A character from one of our most popular Magic Online stories returns. Online Magic stories returns. No idea. I lost track on the Magic stories a while back.
Yeah, I don't really
So
follow them, but what I'm hoping is it's Fibblethip.
yeah, that'd be great.
I mean,
I
because
would love that.
we have Liliana from War of the Spark getting reprinted, and Fibblethip is from the War of the Spark set, and
Yep.
he is a beloved character, and he's pretty popular. So
Yeah, he's a good poster child. I wish there was more. We do have a homunculus later on. I really do like Fibblethip being kind of an iconic card for Magic.
yeah,
It's fun. It's cute. He's innocuous, and people seem to like him. And he's goofy. He appears like with Borborygmos and all sorts of weird things. So
yeah,
I'm a big fan. Um, yeah, the Magic story. Just so you know, I used to read it every week. I read it all the way up until I think War of the Spark, and I think they discontinued. And then there was a
yeah.
big gap. They
It
brought him
was
back.
yeah, it was some weird transition. The War of the Spark ones, I believe those were the ones that were just like god awful. They it, like even I think the author came back and just like apologized for how
Yeah, he
bad
made
they
a
were,
book or
and
something,
yeah,
and they were very like anti um, certain sexualities and stuff like that. Is what I remember. I
and
remember reading some excerpts that were not savory.
and so
Um,
then they just went to they like just didn't do. It seemed like they didn't like do regular stories for each set, and then they somewhat recently started doing just online like basically articles that were stories.
yeah, they did
So
articles, and now they're actually, at least for the last few sets, because I listened to Boomborough's audiobook stories, which were pretty nice and fun, and they took you through the story. And then I didn't get that into Duskmore, and I listened to like one or two. It has an interesting reading style. Kind of makes me feel like I'm a little kid listening to something, but
yeah,
it's enjoyable. I'm happy they're doing it. It seems like especially their Magic YouTube channel has been picking up a lot of the things they've been living off, like Mark Rosewaters podcasts and things like that have been getting added. But yeah, that's our guesses for most popular character. I'm a voting Fibblethip with you
Fibblethip.
too. I have no other reason why it couldn't be. An 8/12 creature with Ward 4. What do you think that could be?
That I mean that could be honestly anything.
I'm guessing it's that Zendikar artifact that's always the head. It's like a eight. It's like a 6/12 or something. So this is just another one of those, like the ancient one or whatever.
What about there?
Stone idol trap.
Wasn't there a green one like Tarask or something? There was a
Oh, you
big
think it's the Tarask?
yeah, I think yeah. That like
Yeah, he's a
that
10 mana 9/9 with ward 10 if you
it
cast him.
it gives me those vibes. So maybe it's like Baby Trask or something.
Oh, ooh, I like that. I like the creativity. All right, a creature with 7 evergreen keywords. So this is a chroma returns.
Yeah.
Maybe a chroma's the card from before. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
It's a
she is pretty
chroma.
iconic. Yeah.
I don't know what keywords. I don't want to get into that, but it could be awesome.
I
All
was
right.
reading the comments on Reddit, and there were a lot of people were just saying just 7 instances of Cascade.
I'm in. I'm in.
Can
I'm in. Do it.
you
7 instances of
imagine?
Cascade. Let's freaking go. What is Apex Devastator's big brother? 15 mana. Cascade 7 times. I'm into it. Or maybe it's 14. 2 mana per Cascade. All right. A Magic Invitational winner's card gets reprinted. And no, it's not the most powerful one.
So, okay,
Um,
first, what's the most powerful one?
I have no idea.
Is it so?
I
It's either Snapcaster Mage or Dark Covenant, right?
okay.
Or is it
So
Meddling Mage? I mean, it's got to be Snapcaster or Dark Confidant.
those are the ones that come to mind. There must be another one that I'm not thinking of. But I guess I would say Dark Confidant is more powerful than Snapcaster Mage. So
Okay.
I guess it's
So
Snapcaster.
it could be Snapcaster, but I don't think they have the balls to do that.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be Solemn Simulacrum.
I do like some Solemn. That would be a
It's
funny.
gonna be him. I mean, they
That's such a
did
troll.
well. I mean, if you keep reading this teaser, it's gonna be even more of a troll. But
Oh no. Okay.
so
I would have guessed Snapcaster.
yeah, so
I guess 5 years with Snapcaster is pretty rough.
yeah, and I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really powerful
It's
card for standard.
it's sad. I guarantee it's Sad Robot. They've done it
It's
before,
gotta
and
be. Yeah,
yeah.
it's gotta be. Okay. All
And
right. Counters in this.
I wouldn't be mad if it was Dark Confident.
That'd be sweet.
So
He'd be good in standard. He'd be
yeah,
very good.
I could see it, but I don't think they'll do it.
Maybe spicy. Bring back Tarmogoyf too while you're at it. So let's make standard just crazy. See how bad our cards that we liked back in the day are now.
Yeah, let's play Jund again and see how bad it is.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some little clips of people playing standard. People are dying really fast, like these red decks, like on turn like 3 or 4. So I don't even know if Dark Confidant would be good. You'd
Yeah.
be like, Dark Confidant, thanks, you're dead a
Right.
turn
Yeah.
earlier now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we got different counters in the set: +1/+1, bait, fellowship, incubation, loyalty, revival, soul, stash, and stun. I don't even know why you bring. Well, so you brought up the basics. So +1/+1, and now stun is regular. Loyalty's always going to be there.
Do we know what a
But we got
bait?
some weird ones.
We don't know what a bait counter is, right? I don't think we've had that
Uh,
before.
well, you brought up there's a fishing pole. So
Oh shit!
I'd have to bet that the fishing pole
You
has
put
some
a
bait
bait
on it.
counter, and then you get to gift a tapped fish to somebody.
I'm just saying, bait is a very spicy word for a magic card.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
So
I. What would that be? Would it make fish tokens? Is it like
yeah,
Umbro themed?
you make give get a tapped fish,
Give a man a fish. There's
or
a story, a joke there.
you make a fish food token or something like that.
Give a man a fish. He eats for a day. Teach a man a
Teach him to
fish. They
fish.
eat for the rest of their life. So what? How does that translate into a card? That's that card. Whatever mechanically. So I give you one fish, and then I get endless fish. Something.
So the only
Okay.
interesting thing to me about this is that there are no lore counters. So that means there's no
Oh,
sagas in this set.
no stories, no
Yeah.
sagas. So are sagas going out, or does that mean they just don't fit for this
Yeah,
set?
I
That
don't
was
know.
fascinating.
So
Maybe
that's
they're
it.
just too rules heavy for a core set.
Yeah,
You know?
that's my thoughts. So I mean, we don't know what some of these counters do, but that's what really stood out to me is not having lore counters for any of the enchantments. So
Okay, that's a good eye. Good eye. Because I didn't. I just went over my head. No -1 counters either. So
yeah, and they don't like
those
to do
apparently don't count.
-1 counters. Mark Rosewaters said that before, that they just don't play right. So
Okay, that's fair.
yeah,
That's fair. I'm interested. Incubation. That was the Phyrexian thing, right?
yeah.
but it's a
but
counter.
yeah, it didn't have the card didn't have a counter on them, so
Okay.
I don't know.
So maybe that's a play on some Phyrexian thing. They've I think hinted there's going to be Phyrexian things, so maybe that's something
Yeah.
cool and new. Fellowship counter. We getting Lord of the Rings in Magic proper? Is the One Ring getting reprinted? Is
Yeah.
this
I
Fellowship token?
so
Frodo's in.
hold on. They could. So I think it was our last episode. We were talking about yeah, it was because we were talking about the Lord of the Rings bundles, and I said they can never reprint the One Ring because it's stuck in the Lord of the Rings lore. But like having a core set really opens that up now, right? They could just reprint the One Ring in Foundations.
Yeah, it's a
So
settingless environment that goes straight into standard. I don't see why not. We could have dog meat in standard.
yeah,
We could have Optimus Prime just rolling by. I mean, it already was. So I think I don't know. Were the cards from that set in standard?
no,
The
no.
Oh, okay. So no Optimus Prime. Well, but maybe.
I
What if
think
they just did like one of each, like just a sampler platter? Like, what about?
yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, if they were like Optimus Prime and standard, I might be like, okay, I'm interested in running
my
people over with a truck.
My Little Pony in Standard.
Oh, you know, by today's standards, those cards look pretty normal.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
look not that weird. All right, and then yeah, I don't see any of these other ones that look particularly unique. These are just more cards that they put weird words on.
yeah.
I think we've seen
So
Stash before.
another one that stood out to me that's not in there is finality counters too. So
Yeah,
they've been
that
like
was really
they've used those a
heavy.
lot lately, and I don't see any there. So
That's a good eye. Yeah, that's been all over. It's been in Lost Caverns. I think it was in
it was in
every
Duskmorn.
set I can remember.
I
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
Dustmorn.
So yeah. So I
They
so
they were in Bloomborough too. The Bat had it. The
mhm.
Zora line.
Yeah. So it's really not what's on this list, but I look and see what's not on the list is what's interesting.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, things that don't make it into the set are kind
mhm.
of not in Magic's main
Yeah.
story anymore, or for the time being. Okay. A card that's in top 10 of cards I sign gets reprinted. So I just know he signs Morrow, the old
Yeah.
green 2 star that's equal to your hand size that's in green for some reason and not blue.
That's got to be like the number one card he signs, right?
Right.
Or
What else
like
does he sign?
I mean, probably some uncards, some of
Oh,
the unset cards, but um,
something I have no idea about.
yeah, I think it's. I mean, my initial guess is Morrow, but with this stuff that he does, it's never what you guess. So um,
That's inside baseball that I just whatever, man. You
yeah.
are already the face of Magic for a good percentage of the time. I'm not that meta. All right.
So it says more deciduous mechanics get used in this set than any previous non-time spiral block premier set.
Oh, so lots of tertiary mechanics, very
Yeah.
uncommon mechanics are all over the set. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So kind of like how they
So
do the Modern Horizon sets where they're just like, here's all these
right.
mechanics from
This
across
this
Magic's history.
this one card has this one ability in this one set, and that's it. There's not like a full cycle.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like so, there's this card that has protection from blue in this set, and that's it. There's no other
oh, you
cards
think this
with.
is just for one card, or do you think
No,
it's
no,
for
no,
a
no,
bunch of
no.
cards?
But I'm just giving an example of what
Oh, okay, got it.
kind of he means. I think like a deciduous mechanic
Gotcha.
is something
Like
that's
Island Walk.
yeah. So
Well, that's further than that. Yeah.
flying, lifelink, indestructible. Those types of things are evergreen mechanics, and then deciduous mechanics are ones that don't
Like cycling.
yeah that like don't show up in every set. So
Okay. Cool. So we get things like maybe land cycling, maybe evoke, maybe landfall, things like that. Maybe
yeah,
properly named landfall.
yeah, and it's probably like I think what he's saying with this is there's more of those used in this set than any other set that they've done before besides Time Spiral. Um,
That's
so,
exciting.
so we're not going to get vanilla creatures. Basically, is what he's saying. I think.
Sweet. Well, we did see some. We've seen Savannah Lions, so not
Yeah.
not crappy ones. Maybe we'll get a 2 mana 4/4 in green. Green 1/4, green 4/4. I've always been wondering. I thought that dinosaurs would be cool if there was like a green 5/5 that like boom. Or
With
Greater Watchwolf was a speculation for
we
one of the old Ravnicas. I
we
was like, just give me green and a white 5/5. That's it. Bam.
we had the 5/5 for 3 green.
What
Um,
was that card?
oh, it was
Oh,
from Dominaria, right? From
it was the
Dominaria.
5/4. You mean that had like
Is
it
a
can't be
five
blocked
four?
some of the time?
It can't
Yeah,
be
it has
blocked.
like they can't be blocked by two.
Yeah.
Yeah, for three we've gotten pretty close. We've had the Leatherback Baloth for 4/5 for three. For 3 mana we're there, but for two, I think the biggest thing's always been Tarmogoyf, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe some 3/3s.
Well, we had the like was a 5/5 elephant for one, but he couldn't attack unless you had paid so much energy, or you
Yeah,
return him.
he's a 3/4 for one. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
So
bounces to your hand unless you have enough energy, and then he
right.
stays. So virtually a
Yeah.
3 drop. Yeah, yeah, I could see some cool. I like some big vanillas. This isn't in the list, but now that we're talking about it, I want a big vanilla. I'm like T-Rex, green and two green, 5/5. Just deal with it. But that's just me. I'm that type of guy.
With the especially with Llanowar Elf in the in the format.
Well, it's 2 drop. If they bullet your Llanowar Elf, you were gonna play the sweet 7/7 for 3, but you're like, well, 5/5's okay. I don't think that's happening, but maybe. I remember Woolly Thoktar, green, white, red, 5/4.
Yeah.
That card was
Yeah.
spicy. I liked that, but I understand games might not be that fun if you just get beat to death by like giving that double strike and trample or something. But I'm into it. All right. So next we have some rules text that'll be showing up on cards. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each cat you control. So cat affinity for cats.
Is it like an old lady card or something? Like
Oh my gosh,
old cat lady?
old cat lady. Oh, it has to be right. It's either gonna be an actual cat card or it's gonna be a human grandma.
I just want to see the old cat lady from The Simpsons on a card.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. There's so many cats. Black white cat tribal. You play that 7 lives, 9 lives cat, and then all these other cats, and you're like black white. What's your legendary? This cat lady. Boom. What does it do? What does an old cat lady do? Gives your cats like she feeds them, right? So you make like a food for black white for like and 5 for affinity for cats. Don't know what her stat line is. When she enters, create a food for each cat you control.
She's like a 1/5 or something. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then what do you do with the food? So then the cats eat the food. Whenever you sacrifice
It's
the
like
food
some sort of cat
plus
oven
1
combo or
life.
something. Like some sort of cat oven combo. Holy
Oh yeah.
dude, did we miss that earlier? So monocolored. I guess the oven is not colored, but does that count? So
I
cat.
wouldn't think it's monocolor, but I
But
like where your head's at.
I mean, we get cat oven combo, right?
Yeah,
The
that could
two
be
card combo
could
that
be.
wins you the game. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Cats
No,
are
but I
prevalent.
like where your head's at. So this is grandma's oven or grandma in the kitchen or something. But you gain a life for every cat whenever you sack a food or something, right? So you're gaining health for having all these cats around you.
Or yeah, sack a cat, make a food token. She just eats her cats.
Oh no. I think that would tilt some people, but it's much more dark and scary.
They're
Like
eating the
maybe
cats and dogs.
they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Oh no. Okay. Okay. You're
All right,
moving. I like where your
all
head's
right.
at.
Let's move on.
All right. You can't lose the game. Your opponents can't win the game. So if this isn't Platinum Angel, I don't know what it is. But
It's
it
not
has
going to
to
be
be Platinum.
platinum. It's too obvious to be Platinum Angel. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
He,
something new.
if
What's better than Platinum? What's a better metal? It's just gonna be
Uh,
like Angel, but like a scaled up. What's better than Platinum?
I
Like,
don't know. Maybe
I don't
it's
know.
like a color shifted platinum angel or something,
Okay. Okay.
like a white cat that or something. I don't know. Just spitballing.
Oh, that's it. As long as so she's got affinity for cats. As long as you control a cat, your
There
opponents
you
can't
go.
win the game,
There
and
you
you can't
go.
lose.
There you
Grandma
go.
cannot be defeated as long as you have cats in play. That's funny. Okay, so we're going. Target instant or sorcery in your graveyard has flashback until end of turn.
So
Snapcaster.
so obviously, yeah, this is a snapcaster. He's try. I'm sure he's trying to troll us with this, given the
Yeah.
clues that we got before about snapcaster. We're not getting snapcaster, even though everybody wants
Fine.
snapcaster. But yeah,
Gains
so
flashback, huh? Maybe it's Backdraft Hellkite. That card gives like all the instants and sorceries in your graveyard flashback, and it's a cool dragon. Uh,
yeah,
uh,
so I don't know.
your gains. It could be so many cards. Yeah, Backdraft Hellkite is my guess. It could be Dralnu, but that card probably people don't like to play with it. Could be Recoup. I would guess if it's not Snapcaster Mage, it's Backdraft Hellkite. That's what I'm
It could
going
be a
with.
new card too.
Or something, yeah, it could,
Maybe
yep,
it's a
true.
snapcaster mage that costs 3 or costs what is Snapcaster? Snapcaster's 2, right?
Black, blue and one, blue
One,
and one,
yeah.
yeah.
So maybe it's a 3 or 4 mana Snapcaster mage.
Yeah, I could see
So
that. That'd be sweet. It's like, hey, let's not, make this whole all your instance insane. Like,
yeah,
especially if they have anything
or
close to
maybe like a
Blizzard or Rep.
Snapcaster that doesn't have flash or something.
Oh, that would maybe be okay. That
Yeah,
would make it so you're not just dead. I loved
yeah.
playing that card though. It was sweet. Okay. Next up, creatures you control get +10/+10. New overrun. The
This
no
card,
trample.
whatever this card is crazy. I mean, yeah,
How much mana should it be?
no trample, but oh man, I don't know. 3 and 2 green,
Yeah.
4 and 2 green.
Overwhelming Stampede gives trample.
I
Overrun
mean,
gives
with
trample.
no trample. I mean, yeah,
I guess you get surprised though, and you're just dead. Well, it's a line of text, right? Might be just be a Planeswalker ultimate, but we have
uh,
Vivian already,
yeah.
or it's a payoff
It,
for something like an enchantment or like some weird artifact, maybe. If it's an overrun, man, if you just get clipped by 2 flyers, you're dead. Like
yeah.
maybe even one. That's a lot of power.
There's probably a bunch of text leading up to it,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, like the 10-1, or was it wasn't a 10? Was it 10-1 or 10-10 from Blue, Duskmorn for 3 blue, but you could only it only milled cards whenever you dealt damage.
yeah.
So
Some weird caveat that makes it
there's
soft.
probably some like a bunch of text leading up to this for as a big drawback. So
Okay, I'm interested. I like overruns to an extent. We've had some like really push ones for Commander. Was Finale Devastation, Craterhoof, um, Triumph of the Horde, which
Triumph of
should
the Horde,
just
yeah,
never exist. I hate that card. But yeah, I don't know. This is fine. Like Green's supposed to win with Overrun.
yeah,
I don't know if I would like it better if I was playing limited and my opponent was like +10 +10 my team swing, you block and you still die like the next turn, or if it's like better that I don't die to the overrun so I have a turn to draw a card. I don't know.
but yeah,
But
I'm
interested in
guessing there's
that.
more text on the card than just that. So
Yeah, has to be. Okay, a deck can have any number of cards named whatever that card is.
yeah,
So you think it's a reprint or do you think it's something else?
um, we just had the one in Assassin's Creed, the Knight Templar Knight, I think.
Oh
That
yeah, that would be a good spot for this
yeah, so they could just kind of reprint that card and
immediately.
yeah, just get it in a standard. I don't think it's necessary to reprint it, but
Could be
that's an
Relentless
it's
Rats.
option.
It could be the
Persistent Practitioners.
oh yeah,
Uh,
or the little rat, the not
hmm
relentless rat. Could be the slime card that was in just out this last year, so there's more in standard. The
Yeah,
ooze one, the dragon one. Is that all of them? What if it's the demon one? A
yeah,
Shadowbone Apostle?
Shadowborn. Yeah,
That card's really expensive. People would be happy to have that. I
yeah.
could
I
see that.
mean, because Does that get any demon? What does that get?
It's sack 6 clerics, get any demon out of your deck, put it on the battlefield, I
So
think, for 1 black.
Valgavoth's a demon, right? So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it might be that. That's a way to like summon Valgavoth.
and there's probably demons. I think the black creature type was demon. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm down for that. I'm down for the
yeah,
reprint of Shadowborn. I could see that being
yeah.
real likely.
I think
All
that's
right.
possible.
All right. Then exile all other nightmare tokens you control. So that previous clue about a nightmare token is back again,
Yeah,
but they are limited. So that it makes one, and then you make another one. You exile the other one. So there's an old card that makes reflection count tokens, and it does a similar thing. It's like you have to destroy them all, and then you make another one, and it makes like a 2/2. So whatever's making tokens, it really needs to be one copy token. So, but it does it repeatably. So maybe it's an enchantment, maybe it's a artifact, maybe it's a planeswalker. But that's what I'm guessing. This is just more material for whatever that previous card they
so
referenced.
so nightmare is a card, right? Could you make and there's a nightmare copy token? So does it? Do you make a copy of the card nightmare and
No, I'm
then
thinking that's just a copy. That would be funny. Make oh well. Does it say a token, a nightmare token?
it says a cop?
That's a nightmare.
Yeah,
I think I'm creature type nightmare, not a nightmare
I
token.
think you're right. I'm just
That'd be so funny. I like those cards that make like tokens of like iconic cards, like the one.
like
What's his name?
Alpha the Oracle that makes a summon the power 9 into your deck.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that one, but like the guy who makes land for elves and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, or the one that
Yeah.
makes the Tarmogoyf tokens from Modern
Yeah.
Horizons. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so up next, we've got whenever you draw your second card each turn, creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of a creature, well, a copy of this
of this
creature.
creature. Yeah,
Okay, so some guy who multiplies really well. And if you're drawing 2 cards on each player's turn for commander, that's really good scaling.
yeah,
Um, I could be into that
yeah.
big
That's
time.
got to be a new card.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be like a spicy rare or like a 3 mana guy. Like there's a lot of like Slitherite.
Yeah,
There's a 2/2 green creature that when it hits somebody, it has trample, and when it hits them, it copies. Or giant Ataphage is 7/7 who does the same thing, 7/7 trampler. So this could be like a blue version of that, or it's just some big thing that's like you copy me, you copy me, you copy me.
yeah.
I could be into that. That would be really cool.
It's for sure blue
Um,
though, right?
I mean, it unless another color is deciding to pick up that, but they put that text on red cards. They put it on some
Yeah.
other
Outlaws
colors.
of Thunder
It should be
Junction.
blue.
Outlaws of Thunder Junction had the whole draw your second card each turn theme.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I know in original Throne of Eldraine, there was some red cards that had that and blue cards, but that was
yeah,
like the theme for those colors. So it's maybe it's a red blue flag post card or something, but I'm into it.
yeah. It is kind of a red ability too because you have the cards where you discard a card and then draw 2 cards. So
Yeah. So getting those increments of 2 matter,
yeah,
but it could be red or blue, probably blue, but maybe both. Maybe it's a cool like
is a
rare that's
creature.
like this is what red and blue do together. I like when they kind of emphasize those themes. All right, next we've got double the number of each kind of counter. Is that doubling
That's
season? I don't think so. Does that sound like doubling season to you? Or maybe it's
no, because it doesn't. Because well, it could be
oh
like
no,
a
yeah, it's not worded right.
no. It'd be like a version of doubling season.
Yeah, it's like an instant effect, right? Because it's like do it now. It's not like all your things happen later. So
Well,
it's
it
like an
could
instant.
be there could be text leading up to that. Like it could be a triggered ability of whenever X
Oh,
happens, double the number of, or it would. Yeah, I don't know. It's worded weird because it says
double the
double the number
number
of
of each
each
kind
kind
of
of
counter.
counter instead of like if it was like put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and then double the number of each kind of counter that doesn't really fit in. So
Yeah, it
yeah, it's
starts with double. There's no period at the end. That could be kind of anything.
Yeah,
Could just be
so
like
there's
a
text.
Colonian Hydra.
So there's text after it. I'm guessing double the number of each kind of counter that X.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because Colonian Hydra says whenever it attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. But it
So
just says +1
probably
counters, so it
like
doesn't even.
double the number of each kind of counter that's on that creature or something.
Cool. So some
Yeah.
big like green beater is my guess. Does something silly and just like get more of everything. Why not? Or maybe it's playing in that what's the gangster set? Streets of New
Streets of
Capenna space
Cabana.
where we're just like getting more of each kind of counter rewards. So it's, instead of just +1s, it's like all these weird stash and all these other weird counter. Your fishing
But
pole counter, your bait counter.
he didn't say that those were in here because he said the counters in the set +1/+1 bait, fellowship, incubation. So there's no lifelink counters. There's no
Oh,
ability
true.
counters is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so it
So
would make sense for a whole theme. It's probably just one
yeah,
guy doing something. All right.
yeah.
All right. The next we have you may pay B black rather than this spell's mana cost if there are 13 or more creatures on the battlefield. So if I have 13 dudes out, I can pay a black, and this card comes out.
Destroys all creatures. Is it a
Hmm.
is it a like a damnation that costs less?
Oh, like a weird, like blasphemous act type of thing.
Like yeah, like it's a damnation that costs 3 and 2 black, but you can also pay this alternate cost if there's 13 creatures.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. It's like stuff's out of hand. It doesn't cost 6 now. It costs like
It
1.
costs 1 black, yeah.
Yeah, this could be the black blasphemous act
Yeah.
variant. So black can have a better wrath for
Yeah.
commander that doesn't kill your whole life total like the 3 mana one.
Or
Um,
damnation that
Toxic
they
Deluge.
never reprint.
I love that card. That card is so good, and they just like never bring it back. It's like
Yeah.
here's a secret goodbye forever. Here it
Yeah.
is for a second goodbye. I'm like it is. Damnation was such a correct color change. It's
Hmm.
like unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I still play it all the time. Love that card. Okay. Yeah, I like your idea with Blasphemous Act. I was thinking it was like something funny, like if they do set Shadowborn Apostles, like, oh no, I didn't draw my demon, or oh, I have all my demons in my hand, so now it's like, boom, here's my
Oh,
demon.
yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, 13's a ton, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
it's probably what you said. That's a really good insight onto that. Um, Next up, we have draw a card for each different mana value among non-land permanents you control. So that's good depending on how much mana it is. Actually, it doesn't seem that good. You'd have to have 3 different things with 3 different mana values. So you'd have to spend at
Yeah.
least 6 mana, and then that card will draw you 3 cards. So it has to cost
I mean, it
like
has to cost 1, right? Or 2 at the most.
its mana value has to be like 3 to be good. 4
Well,
maybe. That's harmonized.
what if it's like an enchantment?
It's
So
worded
it's
like a sorcery though. So it's like a one shot, do
but
this.
there could be like an activated ability. Like could be like
Oh,
pay a blue, tap this, and then draw a card for each different mana value among non-land
okay.
permits you control. So you
Yeah, maybe
get
if this is
so
like
you
an
get
in between,
like a repeatable effect out of it.
then that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a talent. Maybe talents are replacing, like we noted earlier, maybe sagas are gone and the talents are replacing it. Maybe this is a talent and this is one of its like
Yeah,
level up
like final,
abilities. That'd
yeah.
be sweet. Because that means it's always drawing a card,
Right.
which is awesome. And then beyond that, it's just like, sweet, I drew 3 and I didn't lose anything. I could be into that. That
Yeah.
would be super
Yeah,
sick.
it's I don't think it's a sorcery or an instant. I think it's some sort of
Okay.
permanent.
It would be better in a deck with other copies of itself if it did that. Okay. All right, and then we've got the list of creature types, and that'll get us to the end. So here are some creature type lines from the set. Rabbit Noble. So is Goblin King replaced by Rabbit King? Hare King?
So
What's
yeah,
another
so
random?
a rabbit lord. You think we're getting a rabbit lord?
Yeah. Well, it's a lord no matter what because it's a noble.
Oh yeah. But like all other rabbits get +1/+1, and then pay 2, make a rabbit token,
Yeah,
something
we
like
could do
that.
something like that. It'd be
Yeah.
like Imperious Perfect for rabbits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it's like maybe it costs three, but it comes with two rabbits, and
Oh, make
then
two
it just
rabbit.
is an
Well,
anthem.
you we do have one rabbit tokens. He said so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just like here I make two and I pump them, so it's
Hmm.
like three mana for like six power. That seems a little too good. Maybe it's one. My rabbit, my friend, and then so then it's four power for two mana or for
It's like
two or three
a
mana.
siege gang for rabbits that you can
Oh,
then make more rabbit tokens.
what would they
I think.
sack into? Oh, you want to make more rabbits?
Yeah, I think you. It's like you get this guy, and then you get two 1/1s, and then you could pay two and make another rabbit token or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. So two white and three. So this is Siege King Rabbit.
Yeah,
Two and three. Two. He comes with a two and you get three one ones. And then you pay a white and one, tap two untapped rabbits, get a
make a one
rabbit.
one right rabbit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Uktabi Kong, the uncard that makes all the
yeah,
monkeys.
yeah,
That would be sick because
yeah.
it's thematic and it's funny. I'm into it. All right, that would be good too. Okay. Then we have a demon warlock. I mean, that doesn't seem that weird to me. That seems
No.
just like a demon with a coat. I don't know. Demon with a robe. All right, he's more dressed. We're no chest out demons anymore. I don't know. A shark pirate. Okay, so I'm interested in this. Is this Street Sharks? Are we doing it? Street Sharks means Magic the Gathering? Take a bite out of crime? Like, oh, he's a pirate, so he is the crime. Uh, I'm into that. I like pirates as a type. They don't have a great identity yet, like because I think they've tried to time to treasures, but treasures are
Yeah.
kind of ooh. So
You
I
like
mean, if you
sharks
make
though.
pirates, yeah. He's oh, maybe he eats. Maybe you catch him on the fishing pole. Maybe he takes the bait. Have a whole
Yeah.
joke circle in this. I like that. Okay, Eldrazi. Ooh, Eldrazi is part of the thing. If you didn't like him before, you gotta like him now. But I think that's always been the thing with Eldrazi.
Yeah. So it
So,
doesn't say legendary, right? It just says
nope, this is
creature
creature
Eldrazi.
Eldrazi. So
So
we'll get to see what a quintessential Eldrazi is. Is
yeah.
quintessential Eldrazi have Annihilator? Does it have a cast trigger? Is it just vanilla? Is this just maybe
M-
this is the 10/10 card that we saw earlier,
maybe
the +10/+10?
maybe it's a platinum Eldrazi that you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game.
There we go. I like that. Just like, what? You cannot beat the Eldrazi in any form. Maybe this is the card that has affinity for cats. It's just cat loving Eldrazi. Or maybe he's yeah, okay. All right. And Hyena Rogue. So this is interesting to me because we've done gnolls, which I think are like hyena people from like
Yeah.
D&D. So fascinating to me that we're getting hyena, which we've had hyena for years, but I guess while they're deleting creature types, it's funny to see we're keeping this one out of nowhere, which
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I think hyenas are cool. I think hyena people can be
And
cool. I think they're cooler than dogs.
it's kind of like humanizing it too. Like before they were just like hyena creatures because they were just basically it was just creature hyena. Now it's got like a
Yeah.
class
Yeah.
which is interesting. So
It's fascinating to me because they're like condensing, right? Like Viashinos became lizards, but then
yeah.
like we're still weirdly like spread out on like dog caniforms, which I don't know if hyenas are technically caniforms, so I think they are. So like we consolidated all cats. They're just all cats. We don't got jaguars, panthers, whatever. It's just cats, and then we
Hmm.
just synthesize them down. Now it's like, but we have hyena, dog, jackal. I'm like,
Yeah. It's more.
dog.
Yeah. I don't know. It.
Like make them look however, but like just you know,
Yeah.
I I just it's funny to me because mechanically it matters what types they are. If we're never doing, but we are doing dogs matter, so this card's better with dogs. But
Right.
maybe hyenas far enough apart. I mean, maybe it's seeding some things for the future. Maybe we go to Africa inspired theme again, and we get like I don't know if they do that actually though, because they said they didn't do that in Amonkhet or no, they didn't do that in Kaladesh. Like we didn't get Loxodon because it was not chill to be like elephant people in that set.
Hmm.
So maybe we go to some world and we have hyena creatures proper
It's
just
like
to diversify.
they're gonna do a Lion King secret layer, I think.
Yeah, I believe it. That card that we talked about earlier, that pride, proud pride parent or whatever, it looks
Yeah,
like it's the Lion King
I
as a
know.
meme in a Magic card.
Yeah.
They're really trying to like
So
shimmy up. Magic loves shimmying up to a new card game. They're like, we're not this card game, but a little bit. Like Yu-Gi-Oh came out, they're like, we can do face down morph. Oh, we're not this
yeah.
game, but here's a little, a little. And I don't think that's the full thing that pushes that, but it's funny.
Hey Lorcana, what's up?
Yeah, hey, if you like Lorcana, you like us too.
We
Yep,
got Lion
literally.
King too over here.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And now we just need a scar, stuff like that. We got lots of lions. All right, and we got Spider Spirit. This just sounds funny. I can't even think of anything like particularly
Yeah.
interesting about that. So just okay. Also, Elemental Hydra falls in that same thing. I'm like, how did this creature type never happen? Like,
Yeah.
is this just like we can't decide? It's an elemental because it's like, is it on fire? Is it more tree than
So
normal?
it's got like five heads of vigor, like five vigor heads that
Oh, oh,
that
oh.
look like guys' faces.
Oh my God. I'm into that. What if it's like what's that dragon from D&D that they Tiamat?
Yeah,
It's like a
Tiamat.
Hydra, but it's like all different elements. So it's a five color thing. It's
I,
like, oh, I'm fire
I
and
thought we
I'm
already had Tiamat.
ice.
Did we have? Don't we
We
have
do
T?
have Tiamat, but
Okay.
I'm just saying this is like Magic's Tiamat.
Oh,
This is like a new progenitus. Like
yeah.
I'm a this,
So
maybe
each head is a different like
color.
yeah.
I could see that. Maybe he's a some random five color thing. It's not a legend, right? It's just creature.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it could have legend in front. Okay, now this one I'm into. Bear Demon. So we had Demon with clothes. That's the Warlock Demon. This is No Shirt Demon.
Winnie the Pooh demon.
Oh my God. Evil Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. If you haven't seen that, that was a movie,
Oh,
apparently.
have you seen it?
No, my buddy
It
went, he
was
invited me. I
terrible.
was like, I'm
Oh,
good.
it's
Yeah,
terrible.
I divined that future.
uh,
All right. So here's what I'm into. Artifact creature Phyrexian Construct.
yeah.
So one of my favorite Magic card arts is Phyrexian Colossus from Urza's Destiny or Legacy, one of those sets. I love that card's art. It's not particularly good. It's like an 8/8 unblockable. It's like you have to be blocked by 3 for 7, and you have to pay 8 life to untap it because it doesn't untap normally. So it was played in like old school back in the day with like Tinker and Voltaic Key. Love
Hmm.
that card's art. So if this thing is good and looks anything like that art, I'm in. I'm so in. So in. And
Okay.
I'm still always just trying to find reasons to play that card in general. So I'm in for it. Make it sweet. Wormcoil Engine. I don't know.
We do have
So
the
many cool Phyrexian
we do
monsters.
have the incubation counters, so that may tie in somehow.
Oh, oh, that's probably it. That's probably it. All right, we got Zombie Warlock. That's a big
Uh,
other big
you
woof.
skipped something. Legendary creature. Legendary.
Legendary creature Zombie Warlock. Okay.
Yeah. So a new legend. New zombie
Yeah,
warlock legend.
I assume we'll get a lot of legends. So that might be the first legendary Zombie Warlock. And that's Warlock multiple times in this list actually. So
Yeah.
Warlock's just in.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe we're getting that as more of a theme. Maybe Wizard isn't going to be less common. Warlock hasn't had any tribal cards as far as I'm aware. So
Yeah.
interested to see that. Oh, I did. I guess I forgot. And finally, some names in the set. Bolt Wave. What do you think about that?
Sounds like an is it card.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bolt Wave. I can't even think of any cards that wave. So it's like shock a thing and then shock other things if they have the same name or like
Two red and a blue deals. Yeah. Does two red and a blue deals 3 damage, and you draw a card. So
I'm into that.
I bet it's two two red, a blue, deal 3 damage to a creature and draw a card. But sorcery.
That'd be crazy. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good prediction. You're like captain of like making new things. I love it. You're like, I got an idea. I'm like, I don't have an idea. Uh,
If you see my the video I did for the Duskmorn teaser, I was completely wrong.
oh yeah.
But
Well, no, I don't expect these to be right, but I love the
yeah, no, I had
creativity.
some good ideas. I had some good ideas, but
All right. Electro duplicate. So we're just
yeah,
zapping everybody now, right? Ooh,
yes,
maybe this is that card that draws you a card that you draw two cards and it copies.
or
That
maybe it
we talked about
gives.
earlier.
Is it the one? Maybe it's the one that gives your cards flashback.
Yeah. Oh, it could be the card that
Maybe,
makes the nightmare counter, but it doesn't seem very nightmarish to be electrocuting, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I don't know about this one. It's probably
Okay.
copy a spell, copy the next spell you cast, or something like that.
Yeah, it seems blue red back to back right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fishing pole. This is the big one. Don't fall for the bait. All right, so we both have to come up with our fishing pole magic card. So,
Okay. Okay.
all right, so
It's an artifact, right?
yeah, gotta be colored artifact, blue artifact is my guess.
Oh, blue
Um,
artifact. Okay.
yeah, I'm thinking it's a blue artifact, maybe blue green. Blue artifact, blue and one artifact enters the battlefield, um, gift an opponent a fish, and then pay like some amount of mana, create a fish, sacrifice a fish, draw a card. Tap, sacrifice a fish, draw a card. That's my guess. So you pay mana to fish, and then you can cash your fish in for value.
Okay. So I hate to. So before we go through this, I hate to. I'm bursting both our bubbles here, but oh, it just says some creature tokens in this set. It doesn't say all creature tokens. So we could get a
Okay.
fish token. I was going back and reading to see if we got fish tokens or not. It says some creature tokens in this set. So fish could be okay. So fish is back on the menu, boys.
Well, actually, I did forget bait. So yours will
Yeah.
probably be more likely to be real because I didn't include the bait clause. So you gotta make the bait one.
So okay, all right. So it's a colorless artifact. It costs one. It comes into play with three bait counters. You can tap fishing pole, remove a bait counter, create a 1/1 tapped fish token.
Okay,
That's my guess.
I like it. That
Yeah.
seems good. Just cranks out a bunch of fish. Seems
Yeah.
very Bloomberry. Has like an otter on the card art, just like doo doo doo.
Fishing, yeah. Out in his little boat fishing, yeah.
Yeah, and you tap it. That's the cast. It's like, psh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm putting a few cards together. All right, so it's a blue and two. Okay, it enters with three bait counters. It's an artifact. Okay, tap it for some amount of mana, maybe for free. Remove a bait counter.
Uh-huh.
Target instant or sorcery in your graveyard gains flashback until the end of the turn. Oh, and maybe it's at random. Maybe it's at random. So it's like randomly cast one of your cards in your graveyard gets flashback.
There oh okay, yeah, random card. Like
That would be sweet.
yeah.
I think people would love that card. Okay. Oh man, if we're right at all, amazing. I doubt it, but you know. All right, Goblin Negotiation. Okay. So you know the card, what is it? Goblin Game?
Uh-huh,
You've seen
yeah.
that card?
Yeah.
Some people really have a fascination with that card where you hide objects. You have to like hide a preset number of things.
Uh-huh.
People really love that card. Is this like a modern version of bringing that love to everyone?
Um I don't feel like it cuz this is negotiation. I think it's going to be kind of like a factor fiction card but in red.
Okay. Okay, I can see
That's
it.
that's kind of my guess. Or
What if
like
it's
like
what if
you
it's like you I sacrifice two goblins and I just deal you some damage?
I
Here's
bet
how we
it
negotiate with goblins. Boom.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that
Think it's too
makes
big.
that makes more sense than what I'm thinking because
Some new goblin
goblins
grenade.
would negotiate like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How about I just throw a goblin at you? Deal?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Okay, heir apparent. We're almost there. Heir apparent. Uh,
Ooh.
so this is one of the rabbit cards.
Like, is it a pun? Is it like a like you're making baby rabbits with it? Like it's a
That was
rabbit
what I was
parent.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my first inclination.
Yeah, I'm thinking this makes more bunnies somehow. So maybe it's an enchantment that makes more bunnies, like Murmuration did. That's the
I
thing that
think
makes
it's.
storm
I think it's a
crows.
creature. I think.
Basic.
Yeah, I think it's a creature.
Okay. And it must make more rabbits, because that's all I can guess.
Yeah,
It's the rabbiting of Magic the Gathering. Okay. Homunculus Horde. So here's your
my
Fibblethip
Fibblethips.
card.
Yeah, we're gonna get
This like
Fibblethip's family out here. I think.
this is the overrun. All your creatures get +10/+10. All your homunculuses get +10/+10. That would be sweet. Or I'm into that. That'd be sweet. If they're like a bunch of O1s, like some blue card that just makes a S load of O1s. Maybe it's like that old card that made homirids. You like sack a blue creature and you get so many homirids.
Or maybe it's
So now it's
like
homunculus.
maybe it's one of those where you it's a modal card, so it's like say it's 3 and 2 blue. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. Like 4 of them are make a O1 homunculus, and then one of them is all your creatures get +10/+10.
That sounds amazing. Here's a bunch of little derps. There's too many of them. This, I'm. That'd be the coolest. That'd be such a wild blue card. I could. That'd be so wild. Okay. Midnight Snack. So we're getting some of that Eldraine vibe in here.
Yeah.
So that's got to be some sort of like undead, like spooky dessert. It's like the pizza from the fridge coming out to get you.
Maybe it's a zombie, some sort of zombie card, and he's like eating brains.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a removal spell. Maybe it's like a black removal spell, and it's just like
Oh,
midnight snack.
if you control a zombie, this like it costs less or something.
Or you gain life. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like a removal spell that you gain life if you have a zombie because it's eating the brains.
Where
I could see that.
maybe it's like it costs 1 and 2 black, and if you control a zombie, it costs one less.
I'm down. That makes sense to me. Midnight snack. Okay. All right. What is it?
Perforating artist.
Perforating
I have
artist.
no clue.
No idea. That could be. Throw that one up. I have no idea.
The only thing I can come up with is some sort of blood artist type of card.
Yeah, and we've already seen one, so
Yeah,
stacking them up. Refute sounds like a counter spell
that
to
sounds like
me.
sounds like a counter spell.
So is cancel going away, and we have a new cancel overlord?
I feel like it's a 1 and 2 blue counter spell, and then you put it on the bottom of their library.
So like a worse
Right.
hinder.
Yeah, it's I think yeah, or maybe
Okay.
it's I don't know. What's is the white counter spell? Does that put it back in your hand in their hand, or
Yeah,
does it go on top of their library?
the memory lapse puts it on top of their library, or lapse of certainty.
There's another white one that puts it back in their hand or on top of their library.
There's the remand one from I forget
Re,
what it's called, reprisal or reprieve or
yeah,
something. Reprieve.
yeah, reprieve. That's what I'm thinking
It could
of.
be
Yeah.
reprieve. That would be wild to see reprieve in the set as a
So
white staple of magic. That's just like cementing counter spells in white forever. That would be.
I'm guessing refute is a white card that like puts it back in their hand or on their bottom of their library or something.
Oh, it could also just be a protection spell. Like, nope, you're not killing this. Like protection from a color or
Oh
indestructible
yeah.
or
Well, that
something.
yeah, because they did say they were going to have all those kinds of different the deciduous mechanics on these
Yeah.
cards. So maybe yeah, like a new circle of protection type card.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
we have stab, which is one of the sweetest names. Hopefully this card's pretty good.
we have stab
What?
wound already,
Yep.
so
Now this is just stab. Just
it's
stab.
probably
So
like
it's
like a 1 mana red ping you
deal of
spell or something.
damage.
Yeah, probably.
Deal a damage you can't block, maybe. Like if it's a creature it can't block or something. Like give an upgrade to the ping so
Yeah,
it's not so like garbage. Huh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, and that's the end of all of Morrow's Tomorrow's divination, our speculation, all that fun stuff. And that's all we have to blabber about today.
Yeah, that's it. That was I love doing going through these and making up cards, just on the fly and seeing actually what comes up about
Oh,
in the set. So
how
we've
good am I gonna feel if that fishing pole is the card? Bait.
so we've got just under a month till the set comes out. November 15th is
All
when
right.
Foundations releases. So
And we will join all
and
the other podcasters in being awful at predicting the future.
yeah, so we'll get more, a lot more spoilers coming up, but for now that's all we've got, and
All
these
right.
are our guesses. So, got anything else, Nick?
No, that's it for me this week. It was fun going through all these different topics with you today.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to some new news next week.
it's fun doing this, with somebody else to kind of bounce ideas off of. So, I appreciate you doing it, and
Yeah.
we'll get out of here. So don't forget to like, shower, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Good stuff. We did it.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me